Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Tuesday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are in week 12 of our Orlando Wizards franchise and we are taking on the Atlanta Falcons, believe it or not. So they're 3-8 on the year. We're hoping to get our 10th victory of the season. And we're playing it up in Georgia this time. So last time we played against the Falcons, we were in Orlando. This time we're in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia, home of the 1996 Summer Olympics. And this is going to be an interesting matchup along the line. So let's check out the standings here to see if we've qualified for the playoffs yet. And apparently the Steelers are the only team to have 10 wins this regular season. Orlando, if they win today, they will get their 10th win of the season. So there are no undefeated teams in this because we lost to the Dallas Cowboys a couple weeks ago. And without further ado, we'll show you the uniforms and we'll see you guys at kickoff. Alright, for the Orlando Wizards, they're going to be wearing their purple home jerseys on the road because the Falcons are just going to wear their white home road jerseys at home. So we're going to be wearing quite a bit of purple on the road this season and throughout the next few seasons as well. Black pants, by the way, and purple socks. So for the Atlanta Falcons, they're going to be wearing their white away jerseys at home, black pants, red socks, and red with white shoes. We'll see you guys at kickoff.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Joshua Dobbs and the Orlando Wizards.
Alright, now it is kickoff time here in Atlanta, Georgia, the home of the 1996 Summer Olympics, as the Orlando Wizards kick this one off and the Atlanta Falcons are ready to return. There is a fumble. Falcons lost the ball. The Wizards recover. So this has been a coincidence for all of our franchises. On that very first drive, we always end up getting a fumble recovery on a kickoff return. So that's something interesting, but odd, is what I like to see. However, Josh Dobbs throws this pass to Devontae Parker. He does get a first down for a gain of 20 yards on that play, a 20-yard reception. So we're going to use the I-form here. So we're going to actually use the I-form tight pass play. So we're going to swap Chris Godwin and then we're going to put in some Devontae Parker. We're going to flip the play around. So that's going to be a 1st and 10. So we're going to step back to pass. And I fire this one out to Devontae Parker. That's going to be the first touchdown of the game for the Orlando Wizards. Wizards lead at 7-0. Alright, now we get to see Matt Ryan step onto the field for the first time in this episode. And this is a 1st and 10. Matt Ryan, he's going to hand this off to Adams for a gain of 3 yards. Alright, 2nd and 7, Devontae Adams gained 3 yards on that previous play. So Matt Ryan, he gets sacked by Marcus Davenport, as this will be a 3rd down and 15 from the 23. We're going to blitz here on the defense. And they're at their 23-yard line. So we're 13 sacks away from getting 50 on the year. Matt Ryan throws an incompletion there that time. We should have claimed that interception and just ran it straight into the end zone. But no, it turned out to be incomplete. But he'll throw lots of passes today, and I'll guarantee one of them will be for the Orlando Wizards defense as we get stopped. Antonio Brown returned the punt to the 43, 22-yard return, by the way. And we're actually going to use some Frank Gore in our running plays today. So we're going to use a inside zone on 1st and 10. So we're going to hand this one off to Frank Gore. So he uses that juke move, gets stopped at the 38 for a gain of 19 yards on that play. So this will be a 1st down and 10. 51 total yards today. And we're going to use a wide receiver curl pass play on 1st and 10. Joshua Dobbs steps back to pass. Former Steelers quarterback throwing this one out to Rob Gronkowski. He gets stopped at the 5-yard line. So it's 750 receiving yards for him this season. And we're at the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. And that turns out to be incomplete. Pass intended for Devontae Parker, but that turns out to be incomplete. So Joshua Dobbs, he's going to throw this one out to Chris Godwin. He gets it into the end zone for a touchdown. Godwin's 5th touchdown reception on the season, and it's going to be 14-0 Orlando. All right, 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. Matt Ryan, he steps back to pass. He's going to fire that pass out. That turns out to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 31 here in Atlanta. So the Falcons are stepped back to pass. Kylie Pitts loses a football, and the Wizards make that fumble recovery. Marcus May that time makes that fumble recovery, as this will result in a 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. We're going to use a pistol formation here. And let's see, I don't know what play we should use. Maybe we'll use the pistol formation. We are going to use a pistol formation on 1st down and 10. And he's going to step back to pass. He's going to throw this one out to Antonio Brown, former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver. Gets that into the end zone for a touchdown, a 32-yarder. And it's going to be 21-0 Orlando. All right, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 46 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. They hand this off to Davante Adams, and he gets stopped there at the 29. The Davante Adams I created for the Falcons has an O in it, and it's capitalized with a V to just avoid confusion with the wide receiver who plays for the Green Bay Packers. His is with a capital V, lowercase o instead of an A. So 3rd and 11 now from the 29. Matt Ryan, incomplete pass, 1 for 5. Only had 2 yards on that play. And this will be a 4th down and 11 from the 29. And they punt this one out. And we are ready to return with some Antonio Brown. And he returns this one. He gets stopped there at the 38. 1st and 10. We're actually going to use a strong formation here. We're going to use a dagger pass play on 1st down and 10. And we're actually just going to run it with Joshua Dobbs. Even though this is a passing play, I still want to get quite a bit of run yards by our quarterback. So he gains about 32. Not too bad, actually. And this is now 21-0. So we're going to use the PA post shot pass play on 1st and 10 from the 31. So he steps back to pass. Dobbs throwing this out to Parker. He gets stopped there at the 6-yard line. So he has 1,250 receiving yards this season, Devontae Parker. And he's been off to a really good start. I mean, he's had a really good season so far. 1,250 receiving yards. That's not too bad. But he throws that pass. It's incomplete. This will be a 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line with only 3:28 to go. And that's also an incomplete pass as well. I don't want to have to take the field goal, but I will only I like to score touchdowns on these mainly, but I will only take a field goal unless if I absolutely have to. Orlando scores a touchdown. Devontae Parker with only 3:23 to go in the second quarter. We're going to use a string toss pass play, 2-point conversion. So Dobbs hands this off to Melvin Gordon, and he gets this in, and it's now 29-0 Orlando. All right, we have injury update. Ryan Ramczyk has an abdominal tear. He will not be able to return in this game. We don't know how long he'll be on IR, but still, 1st and 10, Matt Ryan and the Falcons ready to throw this football. That's an incomplete pass. A Boston College product, 1 for 6, and he only has 2 passing yards in this one. And our defense is pretty consistent about that. So we've only had -4 yards. So they're going to throw this one out. That's going to be a hit stick fumble. And we recover this one. Question is, will we take this all the way to the end zone? We slide on in. It's Bradley Robbie, I believe, makes that fumble recovery. And that is going to be 36-0. So we're going to take it to the house. And Matt Ryan throws a completed pass to a receiver, but the receiver whatsoever loses possession of the football, and we recover it, score it for a touchdown, and it's going to be 36-0 Orlando. We're actually going to take a break. Oh, wow, we just claimed an interception. Denzel Ward's going to take this one to the house. No defenders trying to stop him there. Gets this one into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, 40-yard return, his 4th one on the year, and it might be his 1st or 2nd returned touchdown. It might be his 1st. I haven't recalled him returning a interception return for a touchdown, but it's going to be 43-0 Orlando. We're going to take another break. All right, and Kyle Pitts gets his 1st receiving touchdown of the game, and Atlanta gets their 1st touchdown of the game. So it's now going to be 43-7 if they get the PAT. We'll see you guys at kickoff. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is kickoff time. I think this might be the last kickoff of the first half. Let's see what goes on right here. I'm trying to evade these defenders. Let's hope I don't get stopped at the 7. Unfortunately, I do. And we get to see some Joshua Dobbs. We're going to use a Verts drag pass play on 1st and 10. And they're at their own 7-yard line. So Dobbs, I'm trying to figure out who to pass it to. But I don't want to get sacked in my own end zone. Here's the thing. And unfortunately, I get sacked in my own end zone. That's going to be a 2-point safety for the Falcons. And now this is going to be, instead of a 36-point lead, it's now going to be 34, because if you take a look at this one way, 7 plus 2 equals 9. And they actually get that fair catch whatsoever. So this is a 1st and 10 from the 38. We're going to use some zone coverage here to play some strategic defense. And on defense, we prevent the offense from getting 1st downs and touchdowns. But 1st and 10 from the 49, 17 seconds to go. Orlando up by 34 points. The Falcons, they want to get another touchdown, and they get sacked. They're 2nd and 16, a loss of 6 yards, by the way. And they're at their own 43-yard line. So this is probably going to be a win-win for our defense. And we're actually going to take a timeout here as well. But this is only 2nd quarter. So Falcons, they got quite a bit of time. And from this long-range field goal, I do not think they're going to actually get this one in. But it unfortunately means no, they do not get that field goal. We'll see you guys in the second half. All right, so it's now 43-9. Beginning of the second half here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in beautiful Georgia. I'd like to go down to Georgia one of these days, by the way. And they get stopped there at the 32. So this is going to be a 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. And Joshua Dobbs, he's going to step back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Rob Gronkowski at the 40-yard line. 8 for 11, 141 yards, and 4 touchdowns today. So we're going to use a quick slant route here on 2nd and 2. We're only 2 yards away from getting that first down. And he's going to fire this one, and he gets that first down at the 43. 158 yards for Chris Godwin today. So actually, Josh Dobbs passing. I misread there that time. So 1st and 10, 43-yard line. Dobbs firing this one out to Chris Godwin. He jumps on into the end zone for a touchdown. And this will be Godwin's 6th touchdown on the season, and it's going to be 50-9. I changed my mind. We're actually going to fake this field goal attempt, and hopefully, question is, do we get that 2-point conversion in? The answer is no. We're leading this by exactly 40 points now, so it's kickoff time, so it's no good there that time. We kick this off, and they're at the 35. I don't generally do this too often, film like other kickoffs except mine, but I just did it. So 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line with only 2:56 to go in the third. 1st and 10, Matt Ryan stepping back to pass. He gets sacked on that play. Atlanta losing the football. They actually pick it back up, but Marcus Davenport now has 2 sacks on the day, and Orlando has 4 sacks. Atlanta has 1, and 1 sack for the Falcons really meant that they got that 2-point safety when Josh Dobbs wasn't looking to throw the football to his receiver. That turned out to be a 2-point safety. So that was the last time the Falcons actually scored. 4th down and 11. This is going to be a pretty tough challenge to face along the line. So there is a flag on the play. So Antonio Brown. There is another 2-point safety, but wait, there is a flag. I didn't know where to run the ball, so Bradley Robbie offside, so they are actually going to accept the penalty. They're actually going to not decline, but why would you not take that advantage of getting that 2-point safety if you know you're gonna blow it away, and there is a touchback at the 20. So this will be a 1st down and 10. We're gonna use a PA cross pass play on 1st and 10. So Dobbs, he steps back to pass. He gets sacked at the 12. So this is gonna be a loss of 8 for Orlando. So they're at the 12. 2nd and 18. We're going to throw this one, and that's going to be a gain of 8 yards. 3rd down and 10, where we were exactly at today during that punt. So this will be a 3rd and 10 now. And he gets sacked. Stephen Weatherly gets a sack there. 1.5. And we'll see you guys in the 4th quarter. We're going to take a small break. We recover a fumble, and we get a touchdown on this play. Dante Hightower, there was a fumble after a 2-point safety occurrence, so they lost the ball. They got knocked out whatsoever, and they're at their own 15-yard line. Tua Tagovailoa, don't know where he's going to pass it to, but he gets sacked. All right, 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. And Matt Ryan of the Falcons, he's going to throw this one out to Davante Adams. So Davante Adams gets stopped there at the 41. 12 for 21, 142 yards, 1 INT, and 1 touchdown for Matt Ryan today. And we're leading by 44, so Actually, we're leading 5 times. We've scored 5 times more the points of the Falcons today. Because if you think about it one way or another, 55 divided by 11 does equal to 5. And use some strategic math there. So Kyle Pitts, he's going to run this into the end zone. Not necessarily he gets stopped there at the 31. I thought he was going to run it out, having no defenders trying to stop him there. But there was, so our defense knows how to play some strategic football on the lines at the 31. So they're going to throw this one, and that's going to be a 2nd and 1. So we're going to blitz here on the defense, 2nd and 1 from the 22-yard line. So they're going to step back to pass, and they get sacked. The ball is out, and we recover. Marcus May there, and now Atlanta has 6 turnovers. All right, 1st and goal from the 7-yard line, and Matt Ryan's going to step back to pass. He throws this to Kyle Pitts again, so that's going to be his 5th receiving touchdown on the season. And this is going to be a 37-point lead for the Orlando Wizards. So Atlanta's going to actually take that field goal opportunity, PAT opportunity, and they actually get it in. So this will be a kickoff here. So they get to kick this one off. We're actually going to just do a fair catch for now. And this is going to be a 1st and 10, so 21 yards per return there. I don't feel like returning it all the way this time, so that's why I don't generally do a whole lot of free catches as much. But trying to see here what I can do to evade these tacklers. But I get pinned again for the 3rd safety in this game, so it's going to wind up 55-20. Orlando's going to win this episode, so we'll see you guys at statistics. All right, Matt Ryan, 93.2 passer rate, 18 for 30, 236 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. Josh Dobbs, perfect passer rating, 209 yards, and 5 touchdowns on the day. No rushing touchdowns whatsoever. Kyle Pitts had 5 receptions, 65 yards, and 2 touchdowns with an average of 13. Chris Godwin had 2 touchdowns on the day. Devontae Parker had 2 touchdowns on the day. Antonio Brown had 1. Defensively, let's see. Stephen Weatherly had 3 sacks. John Kaminsky had 2 sacks. Marcus Davenport had 2 sacks. TJ Mosley had a sack. Joe Towns had 1 sack. David Onyemata and Marquise Avery both had sacks. Dante Fowler had 0.5 sacks. So interceptions-wise, Denzel Ward had a 41-yarder return for a touchdown. Bradley Robbie, he did have a fumble recovery return for a touchdown. And there were no kickoff returns or punt returns for touchdowns. So that wraps it up. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next episode.